Hi students, welcome back to your class. This is Purpa ma'am. Today we will discuss about can energy be released without oxygen. See here, without oxygen itself indicates anaerobic respiration. Okay, I said you already what is anaerobic respiration. The respiration occurring in the absence of oxygen also, that is called as anaerobic respiration. See here some microorganisms, example we have discussed ma. See here glucose, once again I am repeating, glucose gets converted into pyruvate. Okay, so glucose is nothing but carbohydrate, it is nothing but carbohydrate. So this carbohydrate is nothing but energy giving food, energy, it produces energy, mainly whatever we eat carbohydrates, it produces energy. Okay, you know protein giving food, if we take the protein food like meat or egg, what we get, proteins we get, it builds the body. Okay, if we eat the carbohydrates, we get the energy. You know very well, carbohydrates are nothing but rice, potato, these are rice, potato. Milk is also containing a carbohydrate, lactose is present in the milk ma. So this milk and this all whatever the carbohydrate containing, they give mostly the energy. So here when it is in a complex structure, glucose, here it is in a complex structure broken down with the help of anaerobic respiration and aerobic respiration into simple substances. Okay, so glucose here it is a complex, again what you have to remember, complex substance, it is a complex substance which has high energy. Okay, high energy here itself. Okay, now which contains high energy, it has broken down into pyruvate with the help of glycolysis process. When it undergoes anaerobic respiration, on anaerobic respiration, what is happening, it is producing lactic acid. Okay, lactic acid plus ATP, I am writing directly energy ma, here ATP in the form of ATP, and then here glucose or pyruvate is converted into lactic acid in the presence of lactobacilli. Who is converting this one? Lactobacilli bacteria is converting. Okay na. And another one example I have written, yeast, ethanol, nothing but production of beer. Example I said, this is you can write curd has example, lactic acid is produced in the curd. Okay, so in curd what is happening, lactose and galactose is converted into lactic acid. Here curd example, lactobacilli for example we are writing as a curd, here we are writing ethanol, pyruvate is converted into ethanol plus energy is released. Okay na, plus carbon dioxide is also released, plus heat is also released. Actually here also heat is also released, we can mention heat also released, means energy is also released, energy is released during the anaerobic respiration. Okay, so here what is the organism, yeast. If we go for aerobic respiration, what is the end product? Okay, this one only, on aerobic respiration it is giving rise to CO2 plus H2O, okay, plus ATP again, plus ATP. So carbon dioxide is we are exhaling outside, water is also evaporated from our body when we breathe out. Okay, little moisture content will be, if you put and breathe out, this little moisture will be sticking here. How it is produced during combustion process, during burning of glucose, heat is produced, that heat also evaporates the water as well as energy is also liberated during the respiration processes. Okay, so what is happening here, can energy be released, he is asking, can energy, one topic they have given separately, this is about the respiration processes, both respiration processes, aerobic and anaerobic respiration process. He is telling that can it be released without the oxygen also, can energy be released without oxygen also? Yes, here there is the absence of oxygen, respiration has occurred, energy is released compulsory. Okay, so they have taken one example, athlete, that is Milka Singh, they have taken here the person who is there, he is Milka Singh. So athletes, how do they acquire energy, how do they reach their goal? means target what they have kept, what are the different respirations they undergo, change their respirations they have given. Okay. So, mainly the person, what is happening when he will be strenuously, will take an athlete itself, running itself as his example. So, what he will do, first he will run, let us take of 800 meters, 800 meters he has to run. Okay. So, what he is doing, he will be starting slowly first from here to here of 800 meters. So, what he will do, he will be starting slowly, later by breathing only he will run, by breathing itself he will be running for some extent. Okay. Later the burning of glucose starts, the breathing increases, means the concentration here, anaerobic respiration means I said absence of oxygen or reduce low oxygen, we can call it as anaerobic respiration. Means first he will have high amount of oxygen is high, indicated with an arrow mark, later little bit reduced oxygen, he is going on breathing, he is taking lot of breath. Okay. Oxygen, concentration of oxygen is reducing in his body. Okay. After that, immediately after some extent up to 500 meters he reached with breathing itself. Okay. Aerobic respiration only, what he has done, aerobic respiration itself. Okay. After breathing for about 100 meters, for about 200 meters, let us think, nearly 200 meters, what he do, he stops his breathing, means he closes his mouth. You observe any athlete while running, he just don't want to waste his energy. All ATP has converted here, energy is converted here completely, energy is converted into ATP as he runs. Okay. First energy is formed, later it starts utilizing ADP, later it converts to AMP. Okay. What is happening here, up to 500 he has run, later for about 5 to 700 he stops his breathing and starts which respiration, he starts anaerobic respiration. When he stops breathing, what is happening, oxygen supply is completely stopped there. Okay. He will be running without breathing for about 200 meters. Okay. So, that respiration is called as anaerobic respiration. During this respiration, anaerobic respiration, lactic acid is formed in the blood. Okay. Lactic acid starts producing in the blood, glucose or pyruvate gets converted into the lactic acid. So, the blood or complete blood circulation compulsory it occurs in our body. Okay, you know very well, in 0.06 seconds complete one circulation occurs in our body. So, what is happening when he runs anaerobic respiration, he starts, lactic acid accumulation is seen in the body. Along with the lactic acid accumulation, what is released again? Already energy has completed to AMP, 1,1-phosphate has gone away, AMP, again AMP converts to ADP, ADP to ATP. During anaerobic respiration, again energy is released along with the lactic acid, As soon as lactic acid accumulation is seen, lactic acid we will call it as accumulation. Accumulation is seen in what? In blood or muscles, we can call it as accumulation in the muscles, in the blood only. Actually, lactic acid accumulation is in the blood, due to that fatigueness occurs in the muscles, means little bit strain occurs in the muscles when he is in anaerobic respiration. If he stops immediately there only, he can't run, yeah, I am not going to reach my target, I will stop at 700 meters only, I am unable to run in after anaerobic respiration. If he stop immediately there only, what is happening? Anaerobic respiration, first he did aerobic respiration, then he has gone into the anaerobic respiration, he stopped there only. What happened? Already lactic acid accumulation is seen in the blood, okay, in the muscles. So, when he stops immediately, the pain occurs, fatigueness or pain occurs in the muscles due to lactic acid, lot of lactic acid accumulation. See here, energy present in his glucose is more compared to the energy present in the lactic acid. Okay, during lactic acid accumulation ATP is released, but not that much energy before during aerobic respiration, whatever it is released. So, what is happening? Lot of pain occurs. If he stops there only, few people will die with stroke also. Okay. So, any athlete is not stopping his running in the anaerobic period. Okay, what he will do after anaerobic respiration, he has run up to here from 500 to 700 meters, 500 to up to at 100 to 500 meters aerobic respiration, 500 to 700 meters means 200 meters approximately he moves by anaerobic respiration. Later immediately he makes a sprint for 100 meters. For 100 meters he sprints, okay, means fast run by taking lot of breath. Okay, by taking lot of breath means intake of oxygen. What ma? He is taking lot of oxygen again. So immediately lactic acid accumulation has seen. Immediately what happens? If he stop there only, it accumulates in the muscles itself, it leads to the fatigueness. If he is not going to stop, generally any athlete doesn't stop. If he doesn't stop, again he starts running with a sprint very fast of 100 meters. What happens? Whatever lactic acid accumulated in the muscles, they gets converted again into the energy. Oxygen is supplied to the lactic acid. Okay, this lactic acid is removed away from the muscles, and the person attains lot of energy and reaches his target. Okay, first aerobic respiration, later anaerobic respiration, again he is doing aerobic respiration. That time complete energy, whatever, again after reaching his target, he will be little bit very much active because he has breathed there. By breathing he has gained energy in the form of ATP. That is why he is little bit alert when he wins the running or strenuous exercise also. During strenuous exercise, very vigorous exercise when he do, if we go for the exercise process, if he stops in when he is doing in the very fast one, complete utilization of oxygen, after that it starts anaerobic respiration na. So what happens ma? If he stop there, pains in the muscles occur due to lactic acid accumulation. If he doesn't stop, go on continuing the exercise in the same way, okay, with the aerobic respiration again, so it may not be that accumulation may move away from the blood. Okay, so they have given one chart for you. They have given one chart, lactic acid accumulation chart they have given. So that is on x-axis time in minutes. Okay, on x-axis they have given time in minutes, on y-axis okay concentration of lactic acid in blood. Okay, concentration of lactic acid in blood, that is cubic millimeters, cubic milligrams ma, cubic milligrams they have given per cubic milligrams, So here time 0, 10, 20, 30, okay, 40, 50, 60 and concentration in the 20, 30, 40, 50. So what is happening from 20? From 20 it reaches to maximum up to here and gradually decrease in the lactic acid accumulation. So here up to 20 minutes, let's think, here he has done which respiration up to from here to here, it is more, lactic acid accumulation is more, means how much time it has taken for the lactic acid accumulation? 20 minutes. In that up to 10 minutes he has done aerobic respiration. Okay, aerobic respiration from 10 to 20 minutes he has done anaerobic respiration. If he stops here only, the lactic acid accumulation stays like that only. Okay, but he is not stopping at 20 minutes. Okay, na, he is going on running. So this is anaerobic period. Here anaerobic respiration. What is that respiration? Anaerobic respiration. From here to here, aerobic respiration again. Aerobic respiration. So gradual decrease in the concentration of lactic acid. Okay. So this is about the can energy be released? Yes, without energy release they can't move or they can't undergo any lactic acid accumulation. Okay, na? They have given one experiment for you. I will tell you what is that experiment. Okay, that is Experiment with yeast ma. What is that? Experiment with yeast. Okay. So with yeast means obviously we know pyruvate is getting converted to ethanol, carbon dioxide is released, heat is released plus energy is released. So what he will take, we have to take just a bottle. Take a bottle, okay, fitted with a cork, two opened cork, two hole opened corks ma. So in one hole we are fixing thermometer. Another one we are fixing a tube which is connected to the another test tube. Okay, so this is this is cork. Okay, in this bottle what we are filling? Glucose. Okay, so glucose, what we are doing, glucose. Okay, so glucose, what we are doing before filling in this one, we are after filling itself we will boil it or heat. Okay na, heat and cool that one. Okay na, and cool. Why we are boiling and heating and cooling? Because to remove mainly to remove oxygen, whatever any oxygen content present in this one we will remove. Okay, by heating, and we will cool because we are adding yeast. Yeast is a fungi, unicellular fungi. We are adding the yeast into this one, glucose. Okay, we will add yeast later. Actually any oxygen content should not be present in this one. We will heat this one. Obviously we had added the yeast before starting the experiment. What we have to do, this bottle should not contain any oxygen, because this is whatever experiment we are doing, that has to be done in the anaerobic respiration, means in the absence of oxygen itself. So what we will do to test that, we are adding the diazine green. See here ma, when we add diazine green or blue, diazine green. So this is also called as Janus green. Janus green B, okay, green B solution. So what we are doing, when we add this diazine green, if oxygen is present, it turns to pink. If oxygen is present, okay now, if oxygen is not present, it remains in the blue greenish color itself. Okay, so this experiment will remain in the blue greenish color, that is also indicated in your textbook. So what is happening, we are adding the diazine green to test the presence of oxygen itself, not for any other reactions. Okay, so later we will add yeast and cover with a liquid paraffin. Liquid paraffin is nothing but just like a Vaseline ma, which doesn't allow paraffin, which doesn't allow oxygen to move into this one. Okay, so we will add a liquid paraffin on the surface of this mixture. What is that mixture containing? Glucose plus yeast. Okay, so we will put it aside, and another we will be putting a tube which is extended into the test tube ma. This test tube is filled with lime water. What is this test tube filled? Lime water. It is containing the lime water here. Okay, we are filling with the lime water. During fermentation process or anaerobic respiration process, in the absence of oxygen itself, yeast converts the glucose into, what is the end product? Carbon dioxide plus water plus ATP plus heat is released. heat is released, carbon dioxide is released, we will be knowing in this one. So, here we have a thermometer, it rises in the temperature, okay na. So, the indication can be seen in the thermometer. If heat is released, the temperature increases obviously. So, we can see in the thermometer. Okay. Next one, how the carbon dioxide is released, how can we test that one? Carbon dioxide moves away by this tube, okay, enters into the lime water. Here lime water mixes with the carbon dioxide which is produced from that, converts into precipitate. Okay. By this we can indicate that, yeast is producing carbon dioxide with the anaerobic respiration, as well as heat is also produced. So, we will adjust this complete set at 37 degrees centigrade. This is optimum temperature, okay, optimum temperature, or we can call it as room temperature. Okay, this is the experiment given here to test the anaerobic respiration. Okay na? So, we will continue the class later. Thank you.